I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Aaditya Devarakonda. He is CEO at Dedrone. AD, it is wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me today.
Well, thank you. The pleasure is all mine. Thank you for having us.
Thank
having
you.
me here. Yep.
So now, AD, tell us about what Dedrone delivers and why have you been successful?
Well, we are an airspace security company, right? So primarily what we do is we detect, track, and identify drones. We identify what are the bad ones and try to mitigate them, so we provide security. And we let the good ones do their job. So we are the overarching umbrella company that provides airspace security. So that's number one. Number two, we were just recently picked up as a Disruptor 50 company with CNBC. So a lot of momentum, a lot of market kind of acceptance of what we're doing, and it's coming from our customer base. So we protect about 4 out of the G7 countries globally. So we work with their DODs and the MODs of those countries. We are in about 200 plus critical infrastructure sites, which is huge. So think airports, think critical national infrastructure. You would say nuclear power plants, utilities, etc. People where it's easy to fly a drone and create problems, right? So that's one, and we have about 70 law enforcement agencies that work with us. So again, overall, I think it's a lot of market success that's got us where we are today, and why are we doing well right now? Just look at what's happening in Ukraine, right? Drones are an asymmetric threat to public safety and national security. So it's the easiest way to put a problem into a crowded location and create chaos, not just in conflict or war zones, but also in like continental US. So yeah, so there's a huge market tailwind that's helping us, and we've been there as the company to go to for all these customers for a while. So yeah.
Okay. So now tell me about dual use technology. What does that mean?
Yeah, so we are a classic dual use company. So thanks for mentioning that. What that means is you serve both the commercial market as well as the military market, right? The defense market.
Right.
So it's actually a phenomenal thing, and I would say that the DODs are looking at these days, like globally, because there's a lot of VC money going into creating superior commercial technology that should translate into tested and proven technology for the DOD to use. And everybody I know in the DOD is aware of this and are very welcoming in some ways. Some of the processes need to evolve over time, but I think there's good there's a lot of warm reception, not just from the investment community, but also from the end customers, both on the commercial side as well as the defense side, to bring in dual tech as much as possible.
Okay, and finally, tell me what's next for Dedrone? What are you focused on?
Oh, it's been a phenomenal ride, right? It's been a great place for us to be in the last few years. We, like I said, I go back to my markets. Always think about your customers. Commercial space, there's going to be a tremendous amount of growth in how drones are being used for the right things and for the wrong things. One of the biggest use cases. So I believe every location, every customer, every critical infrastructure that has a few people or has a public kind of safety setup will need our situation. So there's massive growth on that front coming up. And conflict, defense, global defense has been redefined by use of drones in Ukraine. Every MOD globally watching that knows that they need to learn how drones work, and they need to learn how to stop them, right? So I see no end in sight in terms of demand for this technology on both commercial as well as defense side. What that means is we have responsibility towards our customers to kind of grow up and mature and become the big company that can deliver this over time, which means comes down to talent. For me, it's about bringing the best engineers who are doing something potentially interesting, on social media side, etc., but bringing them on to this platform to do something worthwhile from a mission perspective. You're serving the country, you're serving national security, you're honestly protecting global democracies at this point.
All right. Well, AD, it's wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.